Ireland you and you do well, but for this role specifically, Ms. Jackson, she was a strong, powerful Black woman as well. And how did you transition into like learning her and being able to really portray her on screen? Because you're very witty and you had me laughing like throughout the entire movie.
Thank you.
Especially when you got stuck.
She's fun and she's smart and she's all those things. I just did research. I spoke to Margot Lee Shedley's father who worked with her, and I knew that also in the midst of her being this feisty character that she was fighting for something bigger than herself. Mm-hmm. Although she was able to accomplish being the first African American female at NASA, for her that was a door, just a door that would open up more opportunities for women to also be engineers and to be what they want to be. Even if you're the first to do it, your dream is still valid. And I think for her, she was thinking about all the women, coming into NASA, all the women around the world who were told no, and that she needed to stand up and be the voice for them. So that's very in tune with how I have been. I've tried to be, at least, with my music career and with my social activism. I just needed to tap in even more, but I did have to walk a tightrope because of the era, the 60s. Right. You couldn't, it wasn't freedom of speech for certain people, including her.
There are so many people who admire you, especially the collegiate women of color. How do you feel about the power of your presence and your responsibilities that you have as a role model?
How do I feel about my responsibilities? Well, one, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, I've made errors, some in private, some in public. I think my goal is not to be perfect because we all know that perfection is often the enemy of greatness, right?
Right.
So it is to allow, people who support me the opportunity to see how I deal with things.
Right.
And hopefully it encourages them to take a look at themselves and say, I agree with her on these things, I don't agree with her on these things, I can be better than her in these areas, and not, I always encourage people to be better than me. Don't be like me, be better than me. I think that's how we thrive as a culture, when we challenge ourselves and push ourselves to be better than our heroes and our idols, if that makes sense.